you buy a new car, you don't expect to have many issues, do you? Well, this Rivian has been giving me a lot of issues. While minor, they are still issues, and I kind of want to go over them in case you're a potential owner in the future. We'll start off by saying every single issue has been fixed by Rivian except for one, but they're going to fix it tomorrow. Overall, this vehicle has been very good to me. Very good. Except for these small little issues, like... Uh-oh. That wasn't supposed to happen. That was supposed to open. Open? Oh, there it goes. So what are the chances of that? Like, it all of a sudden just start messing up. Just like that. So the tailgate was an issue before. It would not open. Actually, it would not close. So it started with the right side, that the latch just would not latch the tailgate. Then finally, the left side went out, and all it did was a little buzzing, like kind of like what you just heard, but usually it would do it 3 times. So their fix was not necessarily the fix. The problem was, let me read this directly. I'll put it on screen right here. The tailgate latches were over, what is it? Tailgate latch bolts over torqued. All they did was retorque them to the proper spec. Now, I don't know if they actually replaced them or not, but that's one issue. The next issue was actually a recall, and it had to do with an overfill of the refrigerant in the HVAC. Now, that caused it to not charge properly, which is interesting enough. But they fixed that super easy. Well, something that I didn't have to deal with. Or am I? So right now I am dealing with an issue that if my heater is on for more than 30 minutes, it stops blowing air. Could it be from that recall? I don't know. We'll find out more tomorrow. But let's keep going down this list. I had what I thought was a squeaky subwoofer, and I let you guys hear the video before of it squeaking, but what ended up happening, there was actually something loose inside this door. So the remedy was to fix whatever was inside the door, and it no longer squeaks. I can actually have as much bass as I want now, and it's kind of nice. Next thing that was wrong was this seat was squeaky, and I was like, why is it squeaking? People were like, it's a truck, it's supposed to squeak. I'm like, I don't know. This was actually really squeaky. Why though? So they ended up finding the cause of the shakiness. It was a misaligned right front seat track. The remedy, they diagnosed it and everything and realigned it. But it was off the track? Oh, could that be a safety issue? Yes, I think it could have been. But they fixed it. One issue that ended up being a nothing burger was actually due to me not understanding the nil mode / self-leveling. What I thought was on a full flat surface that this wheel was like a good ½ inch shorter. No, it was because of nil mode. Nil mode allows you to get in and out of the vehicle easier. We use it for my grandma, and I thought that it would use it on that side that she would be on, which is usually the passenger side, or actually always the passenger side. But it was just doing it each time that I measured it on the driver's side. So that's my mistake. There was nothing really actually wrong with it. Now, the one big thing, my alignment was off, and I have a feeling that this LED is really messing with this camera right now, so we might be seeing some wavy stuff. So that's going to be interesting on this video. But what had happened was alignment was off, but no one could service it but Rivian. And so that took, what, two months? Put it in, ended September. Had to deal with it all the way till the middle of November because I couldn't take it to Firestone or something to get aligned. I was able to go and get my tires rotated at Discount Tires, though. With the lights off now. Well, during the time that they were actually checking the suspension, they did an alignment for me for free. Because once they checked the suspension, that's just what they had to do. And that was free 99. It should have cost me, you know. I messed up the alignment, but they gave it to me for free, so thank you, Rivian. Another main issue when I first got the vehicle was my key fob battery. It was out. It was already low by the time that I received it. And I was like, well, this is BS. What ended up happening, I fixed it myself, and I went and got my own new battery. Actually, I keep a couple now, just in case if the key fob battery goes low. Another issue that I kind of didn't want to deal with, there was a kink in the tailgate. Looks like it got maybe damaged. Well, actually, let's go look at it. So right here, it looks like it got damaged before it actually went into paint, because it's painted over even at that kink. So I could have had it fixed. and this was on delivery. But it was such a minor issue, I decided I don't care. Same with, I don't know if you can see this little gash in the dash, but they said that they would replace the entire dash for me if they wanted, to fix it, or however they needed to fix it. But I was like, no, it's fine. It's okay. But I did see that on delivery. Now, one major update that really messed everything up was in the middle of November, they sent out a new update with a bad security ticket to it, or on it, or something that actually affected like 3% of all the trucks or SUVs, Rivians that were out there, mainly R1Ts, R1Ss. Well, what ended up happening was it went to 90% and then stopped. And so since it stopped, things got messed up. What ended up messing up is that my dash didn't work, my screens didn't work, couldn't control the HVAC or anything like that. It took them about 2.5, 3 days to actually push another notification out or another update out, and it fixed. So I am very thankful for that. But I was driving around a vehicle that basically only had the speedometer. I'm assuming all the other safety stuff worked, but I did not have any navigation, heater, or anything else like that. So basically, there's been several issues with this vehicle, but I'm still pretty happy with the vehicle. It does cause me to have a little concern of what if a update does brick my vehicle, or what if, something goes really wrong and I can't operate this vehicle. Kind of scares me. Do I need another vehicle? I don't know. But with the way customer service has been, they have been amazing. Always answering my messages. Once I schedule in the app that I have a problem, I usually get a call that day or the next day to get scheduled. So after 30 minutes, my heater stops blowing air, and we're not really too sure why. I've noticed it on one other trip, but I mainly noticed it on my trip to Suncadia. It ended up being like 59 degrees inside of the vehicle while I had my temperature set to 80. Unsure what was happening. Some people were like, well, was the ambient temperature at 80? And no, it wasn't. So we're going tomorrow to get it fixed, and I will update it in the comments what was actually wrong with it. But this was the first time I put in the request yesterday. They were like, hey, can we see if Auburn can get you in this week? And I was like, sure. They're like, well, we could get you in Friday. I was like, wow, that's actually super fast. And then the Auburn people, the techs, have been very communicative. They've been communicating with me quite well. And we're going to figure it out tomorrow. Could be a small issue, could be a big issue to where they have to order a really big part. Well, at least I'll have heater, right? But these are all the issues that I have been having since since June, July. If this is a no-go for you, I'm sorry. But if it's a minor thing, like it is for me, Rivian is still a great vehicle. So I'll put the list below and all the remedies of what they did on top of, I'll have it on the screen whenever I'm talking about it with the remedy and the problem that ended up happening. So hopefully this video makes sense. If not, I might have to record it. I appreciate you guys coming in. Have a great day.